Welcome, welcome. We have our I Ching Throwing the Coins group reading this evening and our individual oracle readings for those who are joining us live. When you hop on, I'm just getting set up. When you hop on, feel welcome to introduce yourself, where you're coming from, and oh, hi, Edwin. So I made a funny mistake on the listing for tonight. I had to quickly delete the one that I prepared because I put the wrong time on it and it said it already happened. So, hi Stephanie. I'm kind of laughing at myself. So, yeah. So I was just sharing with Edwin Stephanie that I had created the event and I had made it for the wrong time. I put it for 10 a.m. this morning instead of this evening. So I had to quickly delete it and make a new event. That's funny. Stephanie says, I'm on my phone. My computer went down. Oh, that's not very fun. I know you've been struggling with that. We'll hold the space that you'll get it figured out. So is your computer recoverable or you don't know? I'm going to write everybody's names. Edwin says, I got some great pictures of the solar eclipse, and as soon as I get them ready, I will post them. I got the full totality. Sweet. Stephanie said, oh, reinstalling Windows software now. Okay, cool. Fresh Windows wiped at the same. Okay, so you're just starting over clean. Sometimes you got to do that. Yep. Okay, we've got Edwin on here and Stephanie. And then Catherine sent me a note a little while ago. She's not going to be able to be on this evening. So we'll do a card draw for her. Evan says, I always use my phone for everything. Oh, for like just anything that somebody would normally do on a computer. Is that what you mean? I guess I want to get the cards out and stuff. And Stephanie, thank you so much for helping with the random number generator idea last week. Oh my goodness. I wanted to use those, that new book so bad, and I've got it here if somebody still wants cards from that, of course. I just dropped something on the floor. Evan says yes. Uh-oh, what does YW mean, Stephanie? I'm not too good on the acronym things. Some of them don't make sense to me, but I don't know if that was a typo. Oh, it definitely helped. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're welcome. That's what YW means. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, maybe I'm showing my years. I don't know, but thank you. So it's like TY is thank you, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Thanks for educating me. I so appreciate that. Oh, hi, Lindsay. Stephanie says, hey, I've had to Google some of the acronyms. I know, so have I, but I have you extra special ones here with me tonight, so I'm just gonna ask. Okay, so our guest deck tonight is Louise Hayes Wisdom Cards. Let me see, it says 64 card deck. And you know, I just love this orange. It just feels so cheery. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. I don't think all the cards, you know, well, they're all bright and cheery cards. So it's got Louise's beautiful picture. She's just an amazing woman. So here we go. Edwin says, yes, I agree with you, Stephanie. There are so many. Yep, so many. Stephanie says it's a language all on its own. I know, and it's a language I don't really know. Okay. All right. Okay, so I got this little, I took my mom to the Bosch store the other day because she wanted to get a hand mixer. And there's the cutest little book there. It's called There's a Cow in the Kitchen, A Guide to Cooking with Powdered Milk. So I've been wondering how to make yogurt. Like how would I make yogurt from the powdered goat milk that I have. So I just saw that sitting here on my desk, so I wanted to share that really quick. Yeah, I'm hoping I can figure it out because that would be very helpful. The only thing is I don't know how to get like the culture out of nowhere, so I'm hoping it explains that. I know my grandma she would make yogurt and just leave it sitting out on the counter because she made yogurt. She had a cup of yogurt for herself every day. So I think we've lost some of this stuff. I do make yogurt, but I use a start from the store, you know, which makes it so much easier. But so I'm hoping that this book describes how to do that without needing a start. Because sometimes your starts go bad, you know. Tried kefir and stuff. I just don't know what the magical thing is for kefir, but I just love both of them. Both the kefir and the yogurt. My body really loves it. So anyway, shuffling cards here. Saying a bunch of stuff, I guess. So how was everybody's day? How was the eclipse day? I ran my mom around shopping, so the eclipse came and went while we were out and about. So okay, Nahalan, can you welcome? We have a new person. Can you tell us how to say your name so I say it correctly? Nahalan, don't just call me Nia. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for being here. So since you're new, what we do is we initially do you're welcome. We do a group reading by throwing the coins with the Chinese I Ching as a guide, and we use Shaitan Parkin's Book of Lines. So really, it's a very simple process. You, if you're doing it by yourself, or today we're going to do this as well, but you choose 3 coins of the same size, and I like to use little Chinese coin replicas because, you know, it's the I Ching. And then we hold a concern or a challenge or a question in our heart space when I roll for each of the 6 lines that's in a hexagram. And then we see what answer comes through. And all of the readings are done from the perspective of bringing a new point of view on the challenge, not with prediction. I don't like to do predictive readings myself. So it's starting out with, you know, 1 hexagram. If there's any what's called changing lines in that hexagram, then it will form a 2nd hexagram. That's the invitation of where we could potentially make our next step towards. So Nia, that's how the readings are done. And then after we're done with throwing the coins for the group reading, then we do individual card draws, 1 or 2 card draws, depending on how many people hop on. We might need to only do 1 card draw for each individual, but we'll see how it goes. So, and I'm just recording everyone's names here. Kind of looks like we might want to keep it to 1, and then if there's any sugar fairy sprinkles we want to put on add to anyone's reading, then we'll do that. Let's see. Stephanie says, I got to watch some of it, but the clouds covered it during totality. Oh, that's a bummer, Stephanie. Let's see. Lindsay says it was beautiful energy. The eclipse also represents the black sun that's linked to feminine energies. Lindsay, I would love to hear more about that. What does the black sun mean? I've heard people comment about that. If you have any wisdom to share, I'd love to hear it. Edwin says, it was amazing to be in the mix of people and to know it was a shadow of the moon and sun, and to see the totality with no glasses. Awesome. So you just used your camera? Is that what you did? You didn't have glasses? I'm realizing I need to prepare my chalkboard, my little chalkboard here for our new hexagrams today. So I'm just going to, oh, okay. Beautiful. I hadn't even thought of that, just to look at it with your camera and not worry about glasses. So many people go and, they get the glasses and stuff. Okay. And I saw a bunch of goofy memes. Everybody's like, one more eclipse or whatever, or don't look at me during the eclipse, or everyone says my camera had a filter. Oh, okay. Very helpful. Nice. So like a specific filter to use for eclipses? Okay. I'm going to get a sip of water, and then if you want to start formulating a question for our group reading or your own individual reading as well. Stephanie says NASA had a post saying it can mess up certain cameras. Ah. Edwin says his camera has an eclipse filter. Okay. I wouldn't have known that, Stephanie. Okay, Lindsay says the black sun is the shadow energy of the white sun. The feminine mysteries certainly has a lot of mystery. LOL, since we live in a patriarchy city. Patriarchy. No, since we live in a patriarchy. Okay. Alrighty. It feels like there's like a deep subject here. Like you're holding a lot more information about that, Lindsay. You gave us the shorty version. Okay. Stephanie says, that's good, Edwin. I was going to say, I hope your camera's okay. Okay. Edwin says, yeah, the camera is good. I shoot with a professional camera. Yay. All right. Lindsay, yes, there is more to this white sun, black sun thing. Okay. All right. Okay. Shall we go ahead and start? I'm grateful everyone's doing well. Now, just fair warning, I just took a nap before I got on here, so you never know about this cute little brain pan. I think I'm awake, but there's sometimes I think I'm awake and I'm still in the other realm. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe it'll be good because we're doing readings, right? All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter our heart space, and just connect with, you can even ask Spirit, like, what's a good question for you to ask for your readings this evening? Take a nice deep breath in. Allow a nice glowing ball of beautiful energy to form in your heart space, representing your answer, your clarity, even if it's just peace or calming or stillness for yourself today. Any concerns that you might have in your life, ongoing or that may have recently come up. With each in-breath and out-breath, notice that that light gets larger and denser and begins to fill up your auric field. Notice what color it is, if there's any sparkles, what color the sparkles are, any auroras or sprites. Connect with the other people here for readings this evening. Notice them standing in our circle or anyone that will be watching the replay. Send them some light. Notice each of us receiving the messages that are for each of us for our greatest and highest good this evening. That light expands out and gets larger. It brings benefit to our current environment and the world in general. You might even see it go out as a ring of light, moving out across the earth plane. Touching the hearts of those that are open and ready and willing to receive light in their life. As you notice that, return back into your own heart space, solidifying your own auric field for your own support and well-being. Nice deep breath and come back into our space. Okay, very beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll roll for the first line in our hexagram. So Nia, in each hexagram, there are 6 lines or little chop marks. And we're going to use this little form, which is in the files and in the images in Chiron Study Group. So you'll notice that each little hexagram, so like number 44 right there, each one of them have 6 little chop marks that go with them. The bottom one is the first line and the top one is the second line. And the chopped lines are yin in nature, it's open and receptive, feminine flowing energy, and the straight unbroken lines are yang energy, which are going out and doing energy. It's a male archetypal energy. So that gives us orientation really quick. So go ahead and hold your question in your heart space or the challenge or concern that you have in mind. Okay, and we have 2 tails and a head, so that is a yang unbroken line for our first line. And again, holding your focus in your heart space, and we'll throw the coins for the second line. And this time we have 2 heads and 1 tail. Oh, excuse me. Do you know what? I got that mixed around. The other one was 2 tails and a head, and that is a yin line for I'm glad I noticed that. That was a yin line for the first line, and this one is 2 heads and a tail, which is the yang line. There we go. I got it fixed. All right. rolling for the third line, holding your question or concern in your heart space. And we got 2 tails and a head. I'm glad I have my little key in front of me because it helps me keep everything straight. Okay. And for the fourth line, all right, we have 3 tails, which is a changing line. So 3 tails is a yin line. Yin line that is changing to a yang line. I had to look at my notes and make sure I was clear on what I was saying there real quick. Okay. And for the fifth line, another changing line. It's 3 heads this time. So 3 heads is a yang line, changing to a yin line. Okay, and for the sixth line, okay, and we have another changing line. So the entire upper trigram is changing. And 3 tails we have. So that sounds like a fairy tale. 3 tails. That's a yin line. That's changing to a yang line. So let's see. All right. So it looks like, let me make sure what we've got here. It's yin, yang, yin on both the lower and the upper trigrams today, and those are water. So the abysmal water in the Chinese I Ching, and that means that there's like a way too much water, like possibility of overcommitments, possibility of being overwhelmed by commitments. And the guidance from the human design system in this would be to make sure that you're listening to your strategy and your authority so you don't become overcommitted, and you commit your life force energy to whatever it is that you're committing your life force energy to in a correct way for yourself. So if you have emotional authority, you want to listen to your emotional clarity. If you have your sacral center colored in red, you would listen to your gut response to whatever shows up naturally in your environment. And if you have both of those, then you would listen to your gut response first and then to your emotional authority. And you'll know when emotional clarity arrives because you'll have like a feeling of inner stillness or firmness, like it's not going to go anywhere. It's just sitting there. Like if you put a big boulder in your front lawn, it's not going to go anywhere. Even if you go out there and push on it, it's just going to sit there. And it doesn't really mind how you feel in the moment. So your mood doesn't have anything to do with it. There's no emotions attached to it. So that's how you know through your own design if you have a yes or a no. And we have a reflector here with us. So a reflector will make decisions, big decisions in their life by doing what's called a 29-day review, like taking a full 29 days or a full lunar cycle before making the big decisions, and visiting with people that have your best concern in mind. There's also projectors that have inner self clarity. So they would have, they're waiting for an invitation. Projectors are waiting for invitations, the correct invitation. and that can be instantaneous. There's lots of different ways that projectors receive invitations that are correct for them. And the mental projector has a similar decision-making process as the reflector does. So just a quick review there. So we start out with gate 29, the gate of commitment, making correct commitments. So if you've been in the process of making a decision that's correct for you, then using your human design life chart to do that would be, because we're in a human design, where I talk about human design and gene keys, then we want to refer back to our strategy and authority for our designs. And Edwin, I will get your chart sent to you. I didn't have the moment to do that before today, and I will be doing that this evening. So, all right. So Lindsay says, yep, it takes a while. Thank you for always talking about reflectors. Reflectors in our environment are super, super important. My son's a reflector, so reflectors are of special concern to me. Yes, Lindsay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's see which hexagram is formed, because the entire upper trigram changed. So in the gate of commitment, there is water above and water below. And in our new formation here, it looks like we have fire above. Yep, fire above and water below. So that is gate 64. This is the gate of diverse possibilities. And there's an element to the gate 64 that is confusion before completion. So understanding that before, this is the hexagram we're being invited to step towards. Lots of possibilities, but inside that possibility, and I think we've talked about this before, there's a potential for confusion before that puzzle is actually put together. So I think, was this the hexagram from last week? Oh my goodness gracious. I remember misspelling this, the word possibilities. So we've got fire above. That's fascinating, guys. And water below. I'd have to go back and look at the video. I deleted, I erased, deleted. That's funny. Yes, I did delete. I erased my chalkboard, and so I don't know what it was for last week. So this is what has come through for us. We have gate 29, the gate of commitment, water above and water below, and you can see lines of 4, 5, and 6 in gate 29 are changing over to the upper trigram of fire in the gate 64, which is diverse possibilities. So invitation to move from one to the other. So what's coming to me before I look at this really quick, is don't get so stuck. Don't get so stuck in committing to a certain energy that you're not open to being flexible. And oh, thank you, Stephanie. Last week was 54, gate 54, the gate of ambition, moving towards gate 64 or changing to gate 64 in the second hexagram. So we're talking about gate 64 again. Maybe a lot of us are still coming from a different energy, different angle. So instead of coming from ambition, we're coming from commitment, which is, a really similar energy, because in order to manifest something, you need to be committed to it. And the marrying maiden is a commitment. You're marrying yourself to both a physical and spiritual manifestation that you're wanting to bring into physical form. So here with the gate of commitment, getting our energy fields committed correctly or rightly for what we want to bring into physical form. And what I'm seeing here is the guidance, or what's coming to me is the guidance that don't get so stuck or committed in having things show up in a very certain way that you miss the train or you miss the potentials of something even better coming into your environment. So I don't think that was the message that came through last week. I don't remember saying that. But the gate of commitment is in the channel of discovery in the mandala wheel. So we have the mandala wheel. You can see the gate 29 is right there at the top right of the sacral center, and then it's included in as part of the channel of discovery, the 2946 channel. It is collective, so this has to do with committing our energy correctly on behalf of or bringing benefit to the collective. Let's see what the astro steps are. Astro astrology goes from step 24 in the first line to step 0 in the sixth line. So moving into the next sign of Virgo from Leo. So mostly having to do with future perspective, where you're committing your energy to the future, and starting out, ending up with that changing line we've got here in the sixth line that's ends up being in Virgo. So taking care of our sacred boundaries. I think some of that came through last week as well. Lindsay says, my conscious sun is 46 line 2. Okay. All right. So at the other end of your channel, Lindsay, is the 29. So there's a potential for you to absorb the energies of others that have the 29, or when there's a transit, and that could be supportive. But also there is the potential of amplifying or making commitments blown out of proportion, like making them too big, if that makes sense. So yeah, and you have the life theme of love, right? Am I remembering correctly, Lindsay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and while Lindsay is responding, I'm going to read the fourth line here is one of the changing lines. So gate 29 and the fourth line is committing. Being clear about your challenges brings relief quickly. So allowing clarity to arrive on the scene. You do that by connecting with your strategy and authority for who you are, and then embracing opportunities to move into any openings life offers. You experience rapid changes. So things could change very quickly. Lindsay says, oh yes, that makes sense. Yes, I'm the vessel of love. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, so making note, the fourth line is changing. There could be rapid changes, potential of rapid changes. And making sure that you have clarity before you step forward into the next thing, because you're wanting a firm foundation from that fourth line to step onto and make sure that there's something there to step into before you move to the next thing. So it's much like, imagine if there's a stream, you've got stones across. The funny scene that I'm having come to me is in Labyrinth when they're crossing that thing in that place, the bog of the eternal stench, and he goes, smell bad. They've got to step from one stone to the next, and they want to be sure that they have sure footing before they step onto them. Maybe that's for somebody that's here. I don't know. Maybe somebody's got a stinky situation going on. I love that film. Oh my goodness. So many lessons in it. So making sure you have firm footing before you take the next step, and because things are going to move quickly. And then is the suggestion here. Then 29 line 5 is a changing line, and it says being restrained. Moving into and through a cycle with clarity. So making sure you're connecting with your own clarity inside yourself, that you're using your strategy and authority for you. Your clear commitment is enough to avoid excesses. Otherwise, you get exhausted by indulging. So there's a caution here. Make sure that you're not having excess too much. It's kind of like, I like to call it, like Baby Bear. His porridge was just right. His bed was just right, right? So that story is not about Goldilocks. Goldilocks gets up and runs away screaming and crying in fear. But Baby Bear has everything just right. So we want to have the just right commitment. And the way we do that is our strategy and authority, again, guiding us back to that. And then the sixth line is changing in the gate from the gate 29, line 6, entangling, clearing your path in front and behind, not just in front of you, but making sure everything is clear in front and behind. You have an ability to get involved in anything, anytime, or you can choose to wait for clarity. So there's another caution here. So just a heads up, don't just leap into everything, because you can get yourself into hot water, just like it says here, the abysmal water above and water below. You can get yourself surrounded by water and not know how to get out of it. And the guidance is to make your choices or commitments, energy commitments, from a space of clarity. Stephanie says, look before you leap. Definitely looking before we leap. Okay, let's see. We want to look at the gate 64 because it's come up 2 weeks in a row. Let me see. The shadow frequency, I want to go over this. Maybe we missed something last week. The shadow frequency here in the gene keys, as you can see, is confusion. And the way that it can potentially show up is by trying to imitate someone else. This is a repressed shadow, and the reactive shadow in the gene keys is confusion. And the way we dissolve these shadows of confusion and imitation are to use our imagination in what is possible. And then the treasure essence, or the city frequency, that will automatically show up by using our imagination is illumination. So where we place our energy or our focus on is 95% of imagination, and only 5% of our awareness we would want to put on where is the confusion coming from. And once we become aware of that, then place our awareness, 95% of it, on activating our imagination for looking at possibilities and the varying ways that we can bring forward new possibilities into our life. Let me see. I'm feeling like, yeah, let me see. It feels like, let's get the Wisdom Keeper. I'm going to refer to Rosie Aronson's Wisdom Keeper guidebook that goes with her card deck. So her card deck I have right here. So if anyone wants cards drawn from her card deck, she has beautiful, beautiful images that she's created for each of the 64 gene keys and hexagrams, gates, if you will. So let me see. In particular, we need to look at, I'm being shown to look at gate 64, and apparently we're going to have story time. So here we go. I'm just going to read it. Richard's quote, there's a quote from Richard here. It says, if you allow your pain or the world pain to be expressed through an artistic process, you will see alchemy in progress. So I love this image. I'm going to show it up here. You can see that on her face, she has had struggles and she's been working through things. She just has this feeling of that. I love the little flowers around. She's got a crown of flowers, and she's has a look of sincerity, and it looks like a little tree of awareness is coming on her pineal gland, and lots of lotus blossoms on her cheeks and on her face and at her throat chakra for expression. So I'm going to hold this here for a sec so we can get the image or the energy for for what Rosie's drawn for us here. It is located on the crown center. So real quick to give you orientation, it's right here at the top of the body graph. And the channel is part of that, the channel of abstract thinking in the 4764 channel, trying to figure things out and having a hard time doing that. So the guidance would be to rest and relax and allow the information to come to you, because the more you try to push on it to try to get an answer or force an answer, the further away or the more blocked it will feel. But if you go for a walk or soak in the tub or go wash the dishes or whatever it is, mow the lawn, then that opens up. You're focusing on something else physically, and then those ahas and realizations can come through. Stephanie says, a look at 64 as the endings so new beginnings can come. Yes, very good. We did see that one day when we were talking about the how do you say that? Ouroboros. I don't know if I said that right, guys. Okay, I'm going to read Rosie's little story in here so we can get the full idea or wisdom of what she's saying here for us. It says, my grandparents suffered unspeakable cruelty during the war. They managed to escape with my parents just before the rest of their family was brutally killed. They never spoke of what happened, and my parents knew not to ask. Instead of looking back, my parents devoted their lives to providing their children a safe and secure future, free of persecution, by focusing on our successful assimilation and keeping our family's pain snugly under the rug. As a young girl, I wanted to please them, so I did my best to imitate those around me. So notice the little words. So imitate is one of the shadow, is the repressed shadow. So I'm going to read that again. As a young girl, I wanted to please them, so I did my best to imitate those around me and kept my questions about our family's past to myself. But I felt out of place, like something essential was off. To the outside world, my family seemed perfect, but at home it felt like living with a herd of elephants in the room. I often felt confused and uneasy, figuring I was just too sensitive, intense, and weird. When the pain of not knowing where we came from got too great, I became determined to solve the mystery. I secretly studied all there was to know about the country my grandparents came from and my family's own tragic history in the war. Finally, it made sense. The sheep-like behavior, the stubborn evasiveness about the past. At first, my revelations lessened my confusion and increased my compassion towards my parents. But when they still refused to talk about any of it, I became angry with them for refusing to deal with their pain or talk about anything that actually mattered. I was tired of being repressed by their repression. One day, when I couldn't take it anymore, I cruelly accused my parents of cowardice, and then I flaunted graphic pictures from their past in front of them. Suddenly, in the midst of my outburst, my father clutched his chest in pain. Though he survived the heart attack, I was devastated and unable to forgive myself. Racked with guilt, I found a counselor who specialized in healing the wounds of history. With his support, I learned how. Through my relentless attempts to end the confusion, I was avoiding my own pain, just like my family. So I let my mind go blank and my heart feel the pure suffering of my people. That's when the miracle started and my imagination was unleashed. Now my life is a work of art, and everything I do is infused with a kind of light that can only emerge through darkness. And then there's a section here. It says, my gift to you. I love these sections in Rosie's book. She has one where she presents the challenge or a potential challenge for the archetypal energy at the gate, and then she does a gift section. My gift to you. I come to set your imagination free, but first you must bless your pain and confusion with the gift of your awareness. In the presence of confusion, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to figure out. Confusion is a total natural human state. It is actually holy ground. So taste it, embrace it, but do not try to change, interpret, or get rid of it. As soon as you remember that you are not your confusion, its true diamond nature will emerge from the coal, and your imagination will be released so that you can give expression to your pain and inner demons through a fulfilling process of creativity. Whether you're expressing with a paintbrush or a pen, be honest, courageous, illogical, and wild. Go where no one else has gone before. That sounds like Star Trek. Lindsay says, wow, this hits home. Lots of immigrant families hide their shameful past. Well, feeling that it's shameful, yeah. I mean, when someone enters another country, they really do need to go through the proper route to do that. Like filling in the paperwork, asking permission to go into another country. I mean, we wouldn't want someone to just come up to our front door and walk into our house and sit down and just take over, right? So going into another country is the same thing. We need to ask permission, fill out the paperwork, make sure it's okay and everything's in order. So yeah, making sure everything is done in accordance to law and all is in order. But there's also, like this is expressing, there's ugly things that can happen in people's lives and they don't know how to manage or take care of it. So but making people wrong about it is not a good option as well. But moving forward from there and correcting things, looking at the potentials and the possibilities of how things can move forward in an uplifting way. Contemplation questions: what are the ways you avoid feeling pain and confusion? Is it by fitting in, or by overthinking, or by just flat out keeping busy, or even getting angry? Where are you still hiding your originality, meaning your creativity, your own personal imagination? One of the things that can remedy this for the Gate 64 is to actually sit down and do artwork. I moved some of, oh, here, I know what. Okay, so I've mentioned neurographic art before, and Lana Shalom, I've been working with a gal. Her name is Anna Morley, and she's also a neurographica instructor. But neurographica is you lay down frustrating energy with literally with a Sharpie onto the page. Like there's a setup process. So finding Lana Shalom on YouTube, she's got some beginning stuff. She actually walks you through. So if you have any frustrating energies, like what we're talking about here, moving from that abysmal energy towards new possibilities and potentials. Lana can walk you. She has YouTube videos where she starts out with beginners and takes you through a neurographica release and all the way through. And this is what and one of these images can turn out being like. This has hearts on it. It was for heart opening, unconditional love. So it had the specific purpose of that. But usually neurographic images are not used with like obvious, a shape in there. It actually, I wish I had one. Oh, do you know what I do, you guys? Here, let me grab one so that you can even understand what I'm talking about. Because this one was a special one. Thank you, Stephanie. I mean, I played with them. Like this is one that was done artistically, but that's artistically. That's not a true neurographic release. So I did one in class with Anna on Sunday because we're going through the basic user course, and this is the one that I did. So you scribble on the page all the frustration, energy, or what you're feeling, and then you color it in and you draw lines in a certain way in order to release the energy, the negative energy, and process it through your nervous system. Um, and Lana can show you how to do that. You can even find her on Facebook as well, or Anna Morley, and there's other gals that do this as well, and I'm sure that there's some men. Stephanie says, looks like my coloring pages. Yeah. Yeah, so a way that you can turn frustrating energy into art and cause it to be beautiful. The Gate 64 has the potential of doing that. So is this hitting for everyone? I mean, like, does this match the energy that you have been working with? The line keynotes in Gate 64, the fourth line is overcoming. All inner struggles require persistence and determination. The fifth line, being exemplary, constantly persistent, you shine brightly from an inner resolve. So even amidst all the trials and upsets, you keep moving forward and drawing forth the light, keeping your head, remaining lucid in celebrating achievements. And I think that's the line that was the changing line last week as well. So we have the same line, like celebrate your achievements, celebrate the new energy coming in, but don't lose your head while you're doing that. Lindsay says, I will look into this. Thank you. Yes, Lindsay, as a reflector, this could be very valuable for you. I know it's super helpful for me. I love Zentangle because it helps center in gratitude, and a lot of people combine Zentangle and Neurographica, but to get the true effect of the Neurographica, you would want to, get some instructions so that you get the full benefit of doing so. So like these darker lines, they're connecting me with my higher self, the higher realm, God source, if you will. And then there's a field line going across here that's doing the same thing, and this dark one here. So I'm backwards in the camera. So these lines here connect you with your higher awareness to bring energy and connection with the environment. So that's what all this is out here. And then the container. So this is perfect actually for our reading today. So there is a container here, and because on our sixth line, halfway through it, it ends up in Virgo, which is a state of becoming, but at the step 0. So this is a good example or depiction of that 0, that step astrology in the step. I'm getting my words mixed up, but being watchful, holding a container, valuing yourself and what's happened for you in your life. So again, you can check that out, and it's been super helpful for me. It's very calming, and sometimes it takes a long time to create those, but they're well worth it. And I know there's some people who make these every day, like doing one a day for whatever, like first thing in the morning or anything that happened during the day, doing one in the evening, to work through that before they go to bed at night. So yeah. All right. Okay, so time for personal readings. Let's do one card draw for each of you, and then if I, feel like a crystal or whatever is good to add on top, then we'll do that. So Edwin, you were the first one that hopped on this evening. If you want to share a specific focus or you just want to hold your focus, but let me know which card deck, and I have the spirit animal one. We can do the random number generator thing that Stephanie helped us figure out last week if you want to get a spirit animal. So just a general reading. Okay, let me feel into this. I'm getting the angel card for you, Edwin. pull out the little book here. And we're going to add an inquiry card to that for extra focus. So for anyone watching or anyone here, these are called inquiry cards. You can get some at inquiry cards. Inquiry cards, yes, with an S. Inquirycards.com. They have beautiful little mandalas on the back of them made from flowers and food and etc. It's a gal local here in my area, but this is there's two decks. I'm drawing from both of these decks. So okay, everyone holding space of light for Edwin. This one right here. Okay. Oh, interesting, because we were just talking about this. What are my boundaries? Fascinating. Very grounding card, but paying attention to how you feel. Yeah, paying attention to how you feel inside, Edwin. Like clarity and grounding. There's a little bit of red in there. So what you're wanting to take action on. Where are your boundaries for what you're wanting to take action on, and how can you ground that in your life right now? Angel. The Angel of Love. That's nice. Very cool. The energy got super quiet all of a sudden. Let's see. Yep. Super quiet. I'm going to check which paragraphs, Edwin. This is a card of well-being. Feel the joy of life. Be in the moment and be what you are. Love. Do what you love and the money will follow is the name of the book, is the name of a book and very sound advice. Do what you love and the money will follow. Stephanie, can you see if you can find the link for that? It says do what you love and the money will follow. Love. Love is the fullness of feeling that arises out of your need to open and connect. Love is the reason for life. Take the rare opportunity to discover love as a sacred path which calls on you to awaken to the fullness and depth of who you truly are. The thing that's coming to me, Edwin, is really value yourself and who you are deep down inside. Like venture, that's the word, venture to connect with yourself, inside yourself. That love that sits within you and that divine expression of it. Your artistic abilities come from here. Like reach down even further than you have been. What are your boundaries? Well, and ground that into your physical form. Hopefully that's making sense. That's all that's coming, Edwin. I'm not getting any other phrases or images or anything. Was that helpful? Stephanie says, my laptop is downloading updates. My phone is freezing up, switching over to my data. I can go look. Okay. Here. Do you know what, Stephanie? Let me go look real quick. Because my computer will be able to do that. I'm gonna go look on Amazon real quick. See if I can find it. It's do what you love and the money will, well, if I turn on my keyboard, I will be able to look. I love and the money will follow. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness, it even has beautiful rainbow on it. I'm gonna get this short text link. Okay, guys, this is like accessing my affiliate link, but the other one was absolutely gargantuan. So here we go. Edwin says it's going through the door and not being scared to cross the boundaries. Okay, beautiful. And using the foundation of love to do that. Very nice, Edwin. Okay, there we go. All right, and love is the key to open that door. That's the thing that just came through with you saying that. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna close out that other tab there because that will keep working. There we go. All right. And Stephanie, you are next, my dear. Okay. Is there a specific focus? Edwin says that's all I saw was a locked door. Okay, so maybe that's where this is encouraging you or inviting you to connect deep within yourself, because the key is sitting there inside you. I might have shared an image in the group sometime in the last couple of days where it shows someone opening and holding a key, opening their heart space. Yeah. So maybe see if I posted that there in the group. I think I did. Either that in the Series Joy Club. Okay. So Stephanie, was there a specific card deck that you were drawn for this evening for your reading? Okay, personal family focus already. I'm going to choose from, that's all turned around. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose from Elijah's Gene Keys card deck here for you. And then what I'm being shown is we'll look in the, we'll look in Rosie's Wisdom Keeper deck for the gift and for contemplation questions. Stephanie says, not particularly drawn to any, which is strange to be honest. Okay, cool. We're just going to go with the flow here. All right, so I'm gonna put them on the table, which is being shown to just put them out on the table. I'm not going to look at them. Okay, this one. Gate 21, the gate of control. The first thing that's coming to me is release attachment to being in control. Oh my goodness, this is a silly message from the angels because you're not. Oh my goodness. Oh heavens. Okay. Yeah, the gate of control. Um, the gift is authority. I am going to use both Shaitan's book and Rosie's. Let's look at gate 21. This is the gate of the hunter or the huntress. The expression of willpower employs strategies to take charge on the material level. So listening to divine will on your behalf, listening carefully to divine will. Where are you needing to point your arrow and shoot, and waiting for the target to show up in front of you? Like, you don't need to chase it down. By getting to the heart of matters, willfulness is employed with consideration for the common good. Or if ego is applied, so there's a caution here, towards exclusively personal advantage. The hunter or huntress engages with his or her quarry. But this is like the hunter or the huntress sitting in one of those blinds, and waiting for the deer or this, whatever they're hunting, to come in front of them and not go out and chase it down, because they'll chase the quarry away from them. Stephanie says, I have Venus at 21, line 1. Okay, maybe that's why I opened the book. This is an Aries gate, so it's an Aries energy. It's step astrology 9 and 10, so taking action and manifesting. Okay, at the personal level, so all right, so the line here, it says being responsible. Correcting your small mistakes allows for easy growth in life. Which planet is activating? I need to know if it's Mars or the moon. I need to read a different line here. I'll just wait. So the planet, if it's not Mars or the moon, then it says your mistakes are natural but need correcting responsibly to avoid having problems later. Okay, you're not sure which one. I feel like I'm going to go look, okay, Stephanie, because it feels important. Hang on just a sec. Oh, it's Venus. Okay. So Venus, so it's the line that I just read. So I'm going to repeat it. Being responsible. Correcting your small mistakes allows for easy growth in life. Your mistakes are natural, so no need to feel guilty about them unless there was selfishness involved from your lower ego. But there is a need for correcting responsibly to avoid having problems later. Okay, I'm going to go look for sure. Hang on just a sec. You haven't activated. Yep, it's Venus. Venus line 1, and let me see what the step astrology is. Step 10. So it has to do with your manifesting abilities. It's in the 12th house. So your spiritual energy. So listen carefully. Okay, I was saying correctly then. Listen carefully to divine will and divine spirit guidance from inside yourself before you take action on what you're wanting to manifest, in particular, resources, because the gate 21 has to do with being a steward of resources, and the step 10, of course, has to do with what you're manifesting. So that was pretty spot on drawing that one out, it sounds like. Okay, I'm going to get you a little key. Literally a little key. This is one of the smaller ones. There might be a secret that you need to get clear on. Okay, this one says secret. The key is a secret you've been holding in your heart. So maybe sitting in contemplation about what this is. Stephanie says, my Mars is in Virgo and Moon is in Aries, gate 25. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a secret, and you want to activate the gift of authority. 21. I don't think it's possible to make these readings short, you guys. Oh my heavens. I love doing this. I love playing with you guys here. Okay, here's a contemplation question that's leaping out. Where in your life do you feel controlled? And how might the fear of being controlled be running your life or influencing the decisions you're making? Okay. All right, there you go. That was a big one. Neptune is in gate 25 right now, Lindsay says. Okay. I haven't pulled up the transit charts. I've been so focusing on getting my business set up, like getting things moving forward so that all the things connect, that I haven't even been paying attention to astrology. I think that's what I'm to be doing right now, is getting things set up. So I'm just really hyper focused on that. Thank you, Lindsay. You're so welcome, Stephanie. Okay, so Lindsay, you are next, my dear. Is there a card deck or anything you are specifically drawn to here for your reading? Get me a sip of water here. The Wisdom Keeper deck. Okay, beautiful. Oh, you mean this Louise Hayes Wisdom cards? Is that what you're thinking of? Hi, sister. It's nice to see you here. We're doing the individual readings right now, the Oracle readings. And we are doing Lindsay's reading, then Nia, and then you. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Louise Hayes deck. Okay. Yeah. We're just having fun here, hanging out, doing the little readings. So we're doing a 1-card draw, and then if there's any fairy sprinkles, then I will get crystals or little butterflies or something out. So that's what our focus is, because we have enough of us. That's a 1-card thing. Okay. All right, Lindsay. I am going to close my eyes because all of these have patterns all over them that are different. Okay, that's interesting. Fanning the cards out like a peacock. Interesting. So a peacock, that's the image that came to me. I'm going to look in the spirit animal book for peacock. Oh, let me see what hops out here for peacock. Abundance, caution, dignity, happy relationships, past lives, self-esteem. And I'm being shown to read the Peacock Dreams section. It says, peacock appearing in your dreams is a good omen, especially for individuals seeking a life partner. It foretells luck, success, and a career or relationship truly satisfying to your soul. Sometimes peacock comes into your dreams to remind you of the dangers of false pride and being overly showy. Okay, let me see. Let's see what this card, Louise Hay's card, it says, each person is part of the harmonious whole. That's a beautiful picture. Reaching out and connecting with others. And then the back side says, I choose to believe that everyone is also always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are there to help me. Okay. Now, the connection between these, this is interesting. Well, it mentions happy relationships in the peacock. Let me scan down here, Lindsay. There's something. The prayer that goes with this is, it says, Beloved Partridge, guide me with your wisdom, teaching me caution and constraint. Support me in trusting myself and building joyous, trusting relationships. Unite me with peacock power, medicine, and magic within for revealing and understanding my past lives. I want to have a conversation about past lives, Lindsay, before. Do you do past life connection stuff? Peacocks predominantly feature in medieval portraits of angels where the wings appear as delicate peacock feathers. This implies peacock has associations with the angelic realm and may be a messenger from on high. Yeah, here's the picture that she's got in the book. So the connection between the two cards is relationships and relationships in past lives. So maybe sit in meditation, so you can notice what energy this is that's coming through, and resolving a lower ego issue in connecting in a healthy way with other people and your environment. That's what's coming through. Okay, Lindsay says, I have had past life memories. Yes. Okay. Well, maybe sit in meditation and contemplation for what's coming through here with the peacock feathers. Here, this little sentence is popping out at me just as I was going to close the book. Peacocks or their feathers appearing on regional coats of arms represented knowledge, authority, and beauty. Maybe an army or military something or other. Overall, key characteristics associated with peacock medicine include leadership, long life, sophistication, psychic vision, beauty, dignity, love, and pride. So focusing towards, moving towards pride from a healthy standpoint, and moving forward from there, but it feels like there's some possible military or army situation in relationship somehow in a past life. So, okay. Lindsay says, yeah, I think I know what it's referring to. Thank you. Okay, very good. Beautiful. Alrighty. Nia, I don't know if Nia's here still. She was on for a bit. Stephanie says, Stacy DeMarco has an oracle deck, Divine Animals Oracle, and it says, expect new income streams. Clear the energy to rise from difficult circumstances. Okay, beautiful. All right, as far as peacock energy. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. That's helpful. Okay, Nia, is there anything here that you're drawn to, like the cards that I've shown? I've also got this deck here. It's a 64 gratitudes deck, like it's a gratefulness one. Um, the the Gene Keys card deck that I've drawn cards from. There's also physical action cards, like it would guide you to take a physical action. There are angel cards, wisdom keepers. Okay, all right, beautiful. Okay, and just hold your focus in your heart space, and we will send you some light. Oh, okay. Your question. What does the eclipse energy bring me? Okay. To take a closer look. Alrighty. Arnia. Oh, you guys, this is so funny. How does this happen? Okay, this must be pretty important again. We got a double, another double. Okay, this is gate 21 or gene key 21. And the gift frequency is authority. We just talked about this with Stephanie. So let me see. I am being shown for you, Nia. I'm going to use the cube dice, okay, to roll the line. I even have the book still open here, to the line to focus on for you, Nia. So again, real quick, this is the gate of control, and the shadow frequency is control. The repressed frequency being controlled, reactive frequency being controlling, and focusing on your own inner authority, divine will on your behalf. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze, hopefully. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hang on just a second. Grab me a tissue. I don't know if I'm actually going to sneeze. It does feel like I need to. Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll for the line to focus on here. Again, this is the gate of the hunter or the huntress, connecting with divine will on your behalf instead of trying to control situations. Okay, it's the first line. The first line is the foundational energy of every hexagram, gene key, or gate in the human design system. So this one says being responsible, correcting your small, so it's the same line as we read for Stephanie. Oh my goodness. Correcting your small mistakes allows for easy growth in life. I'm gonna roll a planet here and see if it rolls one of these, either the Mars or the Moon. Hang on. Nope, we got the Sun, so it's the same that we read for Stephanie a minute ago. So I'm going to start again. Being responsible. So I rolled the Sun. Okay. Being responsible. Correcting your small mistakes allows for easy growth in life. Your mistakes are natural but need correcting responsibly to avoid having problems later. So feels like a key for you as well. Let me see which key comes out. This one, it says it's all about, the key is the journey. So the journey that you've been on, allowing divine will to show you which path. It's kind of like, you know, in Alice in Wonderland, she's going down the path and then the Cheshire Cat is sitting there and she asks him, which way do I go? Because there's a fork in the road, right? And he says, well, that depends on where you want to go, where you want to arrive at. Otherwise, it doesn't matter which one you take. So listening carefully to divine, inner divine guidance as to which path to take and release that control of, well, I really want to go down this one, but this one looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, you know, that one looks pretty green, but Spirit's telling me to take this one. So listening to inner spirit guidance so that you get in the correct way for you and have the journey that your soul desires to experience in your life. I don't know if the camera's going to focus on that. It says the word journey. So the key is the journey itself. Okay. All right. I'm hoping that was helpful. That's interesting that we got the same gene key from a different deck and the exact same line. Was that helpful, Nia? Is that hitting? Oh, Stephanie, I just saw your comment that the peacock is gate 64 energy. Yeah, that rainbow thing. Iridescence. And I'll just wait a moment. Nia says, wow, what a lovely reading. Yes, it's really helpful. I've been at a loss lately. Okay. And if you know anything about the human design system, I would invite you to really practice with your strategy and your authority. Nia says, I don't know what to do at this point. Yeah, I agree, Stephanie. It is interesting. It's the same gate and line. Maybe there was an extra message in there for both of you. I don't know. Kind of feels like it. Nia, do you have your human design chart, my dear? That you can start playing with, or maybe you already have been playing with your strategy and authority. That's your decision-making process in the human design system. It can be super helpful. Okay. All right, beautiful. So following your strategy and authority, and then listen inside to divine will and trust that divine will help you set your foot on the correct path so you can find what you're shooting at, what your soul is looking for or shooting at in your lifetime. Because only you are going to know that, and Spirit can show you the way. Stephanie says, yeah, for me there it was anyway. Okay, maybe we just needed to run over it again. I don't know. Not over it. Oh, that didn't sound very good. No dead possums today. Wow. Just going through the energy again. Nia says, yes, I'm emotional generator, 3-5 profile. Okay, which is a bit challenging. I agree. So being gentle with yourself, going with the flow of the energy, listen to your gut response before moving to get emotional clarity, okay? You don't even need to move towards emotional clarity until or unless you get an aha from your gut, or your body is actually getting your bottom up out of your seat or your chair and moving you towards a specific thing that you're responding to. And just play with it, like your third line, just play with it and understand that any projections from other people have nothing to do with you. You're also going to have projections regarding yourself. So set that control piece on the shelf and listen from inside yourself. Okay. Just be with yourself, send yourself some love, compassion, and allow divine will to shine through for you and trust that that is there on your behalf. Okay. All right. Sista, are you still here with us? It is your turn for your card draw. Beautiful. Okay. Are you drawn to anything, any of the cards that's been shown here? We have crop circle cards as well. that you can receive the energy of if you would like. Wisdom keepers. Okay. All right. And just hold everybody if you want to hold Sista in a space of light. And Sista, you're welcome to share your question if you would like. Just be aware that this is a public group and not to share anything super personal. But you're welcome to share the question if you wish to do so. If not, just hold it in your heart space. It's fine. And you can take or leave anything that comes through in the reading. None of it is stuck in glue. It's all flexible. I like the flexible structure of doing the readings. It really is appealing to me. I love seeing what comes through or shines through for us. Oh, this is really cool. Okay, this picture reminds me of who's the guy that did like Nanu Nanu? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is what this image reminds me of him. And his name is not coming to me right now. Oh my goodness. Stephanie, you're so good at that. Okay. Maybe you guys will know when I show you this. This is gate 30 or gene key 30. So it's the gate of desire. And in the gene keys, if the camera will focus on it, it's being funny. Lightness. So bringing lightness into your space, meaning like, you know, vision a fire, number one, but also what I was just shown is like a helium balloon has lightness. It rises up above. That's gonna bother me. I'm gonna go look real quick. Hang on just a sec. Robin Williams. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. Yep, Robin Williams. Yeah. So Stephanie's suggesting a need to lighten up and laugh. Yes. Because, you know, this image is looking at, and even Robin Williams, you could see he helped us laugh, but inside him there was sadness, like this inner sense of depression. There we go. The camera is deciding to focus. So giving yourself some compassion. Notice what your heart truly desires inside and listen to your human design strategy and authority. And if Sista, do you have your human design chart so you even know what I'm talking about? I don't want to talk about something you don't know about, or maybe that I can describe to you. If you do have your chart, I can go over that with you, but noticing what your heart truly desires to leap into. The number one thing is following your strategy and authority so you don't jump from the frying pan into the fire, so to speak. Okay, so you're a projector with emotional clarity, 4-6 profile. Definitely the 4-6 profile needs to have something set up, like I talked about a few minutes ago, before you step into the next thing. So if you're in the process of wanting to make the leap into something, and you're kind of going, oh, should I do this? Pardon me, I didn't mean to leap for. That was funny. I didn't mean to leap my chair forward towards the camera all of a sudden. That was funny. Like don't just jump into something just because you want to do it. Make sure that you're listening to your emotional clarity. And again, emotional clarity is a challenging thing. I have most of the gates activated on the emotion center in so much that I cannot track my emotional wave. But I'm going to give you some emotional, I mean, oh my goodness, some emotional encouragement here, okay? um, the more and more that you activate your design, this emotional clarity piece, you'll become less and less moody and emotional. Like it'll happen less and less. It doesn't mean that it will go away completely, but it will, it will happen less and less. And emotional clarity feels like inner stillness, firmness, like I described a boulder a few minutes ago, of if you went up to a boulder and you were in this elated state of joy and you pushed on the boulder, would the boulder care? It wouldn't care at all. It wouldn't care and it wouldn't move. It would just sit there in its isness state, like a Buddha, like a mountain. It would just sit there. No emotions attached to emotional clarity. Emotional clarity means no emotion, and there's just this inner sense of isness or stillness, or it's just, this is interesting, sittingness, meaning it's just standing there and it's just right. Like baby bear's porridge was just right. No emotions. Okay. Stephanie, I gotta go up and see what you said up here. Ah, love the sixes. Yes, that, so much like your sixth line is the Buddha, okay? That energy. Stephanie says, Shelly got excited too. LOL. Okay. Yeah, the law of detachment, releasing attachment to outcomes. So if there's something you've been looking at that you're wanting, debating whether or not, just that debate thing back and forth of I don't know whether to do it or not is a no for now, by the way. For emotional clarity, if you cannot decide between the red car and the blue car, or the red pill and the blue pill, or the, you know, this or that thing, and you're having a hard time deciding which fridge, it's a no for now. I don't know if I want this fridge or that fridge. I don't know if I want this relationship or that relationship. That is a no for now. Don't do anything yet. Be still and wait for that calm, inner, unmoving feeling. Like it's just sitting there. Okay, releasing attachment to outcome. Once you get it, do not hesitate. The gate 30 is leap in. Once you get that yes from your aha, then leap in. Not a moment sooner. Stephanie says, if it's not a yes, it's a no. Yep. Sister, I have been still for a while. Okay, so this would, let me give you this image. Your yes would feel like, you know, those images you see of a mountain and there's a mirror image of the mountain in the lake. There's zero movement on the surface of that lake in so much that it is identical to the mountain above it. There's no ripples or anything, which indicates that deep down in that lake, it's just quiet and still at the root of the mountain. That's what you're looking for. Okay, Sister says, it just feels like I'm not supposed to move. I think I need to add the lightness and fun playfulness in order to open up, maybe. Yeah, go do something fun. Go start a campfire if you're in a place where you can do that, or light one up in the fireplace, or you could even go outside for a walk. This is like sunshine energy, getting active outside, connecting with your community out in the sun. Go for a walk in the park. It's starting to warm up, hopefully, where you are. Yeah. Stephanie says, remind yourself what lights you up. Definitely, definitely, because that's what this is all about. following those breadcrumbs of what is your greatest interest, and then listening inside yourself to divine guidance. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so there's two of our group members that were not able to join us this evening. I'm going to draw cards for them really quick. Sister says, it's funny because that is what I've been searching for. Meaning what your heart really wants to focus on, Sister? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. You know what? We can, if you're still not clear or you need a little more support, let me know. Stephanie says, I just got out of a similar energy, Sister. Yeah, sometimes we just need to sit and wait. Because for a projector, you as a projector, you're waiting for the correct invitation. This could be an invitation from spirit. This could be an invitation from your higher self, your higher awareness, from inside yourself to yourself. It could literally be an invitation from another, or the other thing is maybe it's an invitation that you get to offer to someone else. So yeah, notice all those things. All right. I'm hoping that was helpful. Sometimes talking about these things can be helpful, but sometimes it can, well, you do the blue cards. Oh yeah, for sure. That could be very helpful. Yep. Physical action card could help with grounding this. For sure. That was a good idea, Sister. Being the invitation. Yes. And you're looking for super amazing Cinderella invitations. It's ball time, girl. Not crying ball. No, not that kind. Unless you need to, of course. But going to the ball invitation. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, no, no, no. Not that crying time, but the ball dance time. Okay, that would be funny if I drew out the dance card for you. Let's see what magic comes out here. Okay, drum roll. Part of it, call a friend. Yes. Okay. The bottom card on the deck, I just turned it over. It says be in silence. Okay, call a friend and be in silence. Okay, my dear. That can give you some ideas or some energy to work with. And notice how it all feels. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do a quick reading for Maris. She lives in Netherlands, and Catherine out of class, so she wasn't able to come on. So we're going to do a quick little, I'm going to do angel cards for Maris, and it feels like for Catherine as well. Those are nice, delicate readings, and just to have delightful information come through. So we're going to do readings for them. If anyone that's still on the call here, if you want to send light to Maris for a moment. And here we go. Sister says, I appreciate you for this divine moment. Oh, you're so welcome, Sister. Thank you for being here with us. We love everyone coming in here and playing. It's playtime. Okay, so we've got the Angel of Wholeness for Maris. And I'll get the little book out here. And I just threw my little pendulum on the floor. This is an expensive pendulum. Don't want to step on it, so I'm going to pick it up. This is a different pendulum, you guys. So I took a class last year for biogeometry, and you can use this for healing energy when it's set up this way. So very, very cool. But I just keep it right here. Magic happens. Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful pendulum to work with. So what you do is you hold it over, like you send energy. You can send energy to someone, or you can hold their picture as a witness, in the palm of your hand or a crystal as a witness, and you let it rotate clockwise until it winds down, and then you set it spinning again. And you just keep doing that and sending them light through the whole entire session. It's very fabulous. So I do energy sessions. If anyone is looking for any of that, by the way, I do offer energy sessions. Okay, so for Maris, wholeness, the angel of wholeness, I'm going to check which paragraph. It says, we each play an important role in a larger picture, although we may not always be able to see the complete scene. Trust that you are supported and allow sincere, earnest energy to fill your soul. Be in balance. See if there's anything else. A whole can be a void, or it may hold within it unlimited possibilities. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're talking about diverse possibilities in our Gate 64 today. Life has created an opening for you. There are never guarantees, but maybe this is the chance you've been waiting for. So, Maris, if you don't start from the beginning of the readings, we are changing hexagram was gate 64. So maybe go back and listen to that is what I'm getting. So stepping into diverse possibilities and trusting that you're moving forward into the correct space, even though maybe it feels like going into the nothing, like Atreyu in the Never-Ending Story. You know, everyone was so afraid of the nothing, and the void was gobbling everything up, and Atreyu stepping into that mirror where it was the void, or stepping into the nothing, the void. But then it allowed everything to be recreated, because Bastion held that spark of light, right? So remembering, maybe go watch that video again, or that movie, The Never-Ending Story, because that's what's coming to me, because this is saying we each play an important role in the larger picture. So what happened in that movie, Atreyu and the Empress at the end, they had that little spark of sand from what's the world that was there? Anyway, I can't remember, it's not coming to me, but Fantasia, they had that there, and they recreated everything in joy again, and everyone, it was recreating the beautiful and the fresh and the new. So yes, yes. Oh, I love these. Yes, Labyrinth, Willow, Never-Ending Story. They are on my shelf for sure. What's the other one? As You Wish. As You Wish. And she goes, oh, my Wesley. Oh, my Wesley. And then they roll down the hill. Oh, 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 oh. What is that? Princess Bride. Yes, yes. So don't be afraid of the ROUSs and the fire, the fire swamp. No, because you don't need to fall down that hole at all, Maris. Not at all. Okay. You don't need to experience the fire swamp. Nia, you don't need to experience the fire swamp. Because Wesley, I'm sure he would dive down there and get you out, but you just don't need to go down there in the first place. Stephanie says, there's a movie Oracle deck that is on my last list. Oh, I would love to know which one that is, because that would be delightful. As You Wish. Yes. Okay. I love that scene when Willow goes, oh, everybody's gonna, they're gonna hate me. They're gonna, blah, blah, blah. And his wife goes, oh, Willow, everything's gonna be fine. Oh, yes. Emotion, solar plexus. Willow has a defined emotion center. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. He sure makes a big deal, big drama about everything. As well as music or Oracle deck. Oh, cool. Cool. Stephanie, you've got awesome stuff. Okay. All right. So hopefully that was helpful for Maris. You don't need to dive down into the void, but don't be afraid to step into the void when necessary. There's never ending, like the never ending story, never ending possibilities of freshness and beauty in the world. Okay, and Catherine, let's see. I still felt like the angel card deck for her as well. Stephanie says, I will link it for you in a bit. Oh, you should see my collection. I would love to see that, Stephanie. I think I'm addicted to them. Oh, gosh. So my dad, he made this cute, adorable little hutch for my sister when she was little. She was like 4, and he made it for her for Christmas. Oh, my goodness. And I've ended up with it. And that's where I store my little, all my card decks on it. So that's where I store everything right here where I can grab them. Okay, all right, so spot a light for Catherine. And let's see which angel message, that one I'm drawn to, drawing out. Oh, I don't know which, we're going to look in the book and see which angel this is. It looks like a wish upon the star angel, if the camera will, there we go. Isn't that adorable? Here, I'll get closer for Catherine. Okay, let me see which angel this is. I'll be to the right page here in just a moment. Okay, let's see which one it is. It is Reach for the Stars. I'm going to say Wish upon the Star. Let me see. I'm getting to read the whole thing. It says, this angel is the spirit of adventure. Be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid, is her message. She says, yes, you can, when all the world says, don't be ridiculous. She will help you emerge without fear of rejection and support you as you risk revealing who you truly are. Her essence encourages you to express your thoughts and feelings freely as you share the gift of love. This angel is on her toes, fully aware and reaching for the stars. By her actions, she is fearlessly manifesting change. She challenges you to walk your talk and dare to dream. Taking it one step further, this angel offers you the choice to live those dreams. She will support you as you reach for the stars, forge new frontiers, and attain great heights of awareness. Peace and enlightenment right here on earth is possible. She offers you the chance to make a difference, break away from the mundane, and to come alive again. She will help you to be all you were intended to be. This reach for the stars, angels, sparks the knowingness within you that anything is possible. Okay, I'm going to get you a key real quick. Oh, it's the secret key again. I need to make some more little keys. Secret key. The secret is listen to the wishes of your heart and reach for the stars. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, that was amazing. I don't think we haven't drawn this angel. I don't think I've drawn this angel the entire time I've had the deck, and I've had the deck for over 20 years. Okay, beautiful. All right. All right, my dears, thank you so much for being here and playing this evening and holding a space of light for one another. That is so helpful. And okay, so this Friday, Human Design and Gene Keys study group at 10 a.m. Mountain. And we've been doing a little series of walking through the gates in each of the signs. So this week will be the last in that series, and then I'm being guided through spirit guidance to take a pause. I don't know if it will be indefinite for study group, but Stephanie might put someone else or another subject in there And we invite you to be here and participate in the group either way. And then also tomorrow, Linda Oliver has her quantum wellness presentation in the afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then also, again, Oracle readings next weekend, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. And Namaste today. I'm dancing all over the place. I'm not doing things in the order. Namaste today with Christopher Friday evening as well. Assista says, I wish I would have known about the study group. I have so many questions. I kind of hit a little pause point. It doesn't mean it's going away forever, Assista. All the replays are in the group as well. Yeah, so definitely go back in, and then any questions you have, just post them in the comment thread in the group. And Stephanie and I and Linda are there, and we can help you with answers. I also offer human design consultations and readings. I will put the link here in here. Let me see. I'll put the link here. So if you're wanting to get in touch with me, let me see. I want to get right here. Get this link. So here's the link for my consultations. So if anyone wants a consultation, I am so delighted to do that for you. You can ask anything, or we can go over your strategy, your type, your profile, channels, whatever. Sister says, I want to go deeper in. Okay, yeah, then that would be the link to use, my dear. Okay, and then just let me know how I can help you. And yeah, we're available in the group if you have questions. But if you want to look at your own design, then use this link for consultation time, and I'm happy to work with you. So, and that goes for anyone else. You're welcome to use that link. It's as small as 15-minute sessions on up to, oh gosh, it might be 2-hour sessions in there. I don't know what I've got as the options, but you know, it takes you right into my booking app, so you can book the time. So, alrighty. Okay, you all have a lovely evening and a lovely weekend. And thank you so much for being here with us and sending love and light to all of you. And I will see you next, well, hopefully Saturday morning. You're invited for Saturday morning, of course, and Oracle readings for next week. So, all right, you're so welcome. See you later.